All right, guys, welcome to Onelife Podcast. Here with Vlada, who is a personal trainer, fitness coach, online fitness coach, fitness model, fitness influencer, and author of what type of book is it that you've got?
Oh, the book, actually, it's called Essential Fitness Guide.
Okay, so like a fitness type book.
Yes, this is the book that I wish I had when I just started my fitness journey.
Oh, I can relate to that.
Yes. So
I can totally relate to that.
My heart, you know.
Gotcha.
It's about training, workout, about nutrition, biohacking, basically everything you need before you start the journey.
So you're not going in blind and trying to figure it out as you go.
Yes.
I actually wrote a similar type of book for myself.
Oh, you did?
Just before I moved to the States 12 years ago.
That's cool.
Your True Potential.
Wow.
And it was the same type of thing. It was just a book for someone beginning on the right way to eat, macros, nutrition, training, dieting, when to do cardio. Yeah.
Okay. Is it online? Is it PDF or it's actually hard copy?
So the way I did it, I did like a soft copy. I sold 30 of them for like $100 each.
Ooh, wow.
And then I moved to the States.
Right.
And then I moved to the States for a job. So I was just too busy to continue it. So maybe after it's something I want to do in the future is write another book and do it properly. But let's get on you. Why are you so passionate about fitness? You're doing so many different things in the fitness realm. Where does that come from?
It comes from teenager years when I just started. And of course, back then, it was like more than 10 years ago, it was just an ego to prove something, that I'm good, that I can do it, to change my body, and also like to fight insecurities, I think, back then.
What's up insecurities?
Because when you are 17, of course, you see other people, other girls, and maybe somebody's better for you. You think like that, right? So
comparing yourself to other people.
That's
Gotcha.
Right. So it started only from the physical thing. Like I never went deeper back then. I
was the same, exactly
right?
the same. Six pack, having muscles, attracting girls.
But
yeah.
It was back then. It just started, and it was in Ukraine actually. Then I moved to Poland, and I started it as a career. So I did bikini fitness for 2 years. I competed. So it was like 100% ego, nothing really.
No depth to it, right?
Right?
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking like, why did I do that? Like it was external motivation or internal? What motivation I had? Do you think there's anything wrong
with that though? If that gets you started? Because that got you started, got me started.
It's amazing.
And then we're still living and breathing it years later.
Absolutely, because I feel like it gave me so much like this strength right now. There is nothing I can do, honestly, because it's like
the mental strength, right? I always talk about this. Yeah.
Oh, did you compete?
I did fitness. I did like fitness modeling type comps.
Ooh, okay.
I never wanted to be a bodybuilder. I did more the fitness side of it. But I like what you're saying. It's like training makes you mentally tough. Yes. And then writing a book or starting a business or any other thing, the same thing applies to that, right?
Right.
And I feel like training is the best way to get mentally tough. And I also like what you touched on. I see a lot of young people, guys and girls, and they're putting out fitness content, but it's so shallow and there's no depth. And it's all about having a six pack or a booty to be more attractive.
Right.
And do you mind if I ask how old you are now?
I'm 28.
28. So as you get older, you start to realize there's more than just looking good.
Yes.
Feeling good, waking up, sleeping better.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mental strength, all these things that come with it.
It took me a lot of time actually.
And I'm 43 now. So when you're my age, you're going to have even more depth on where you are now. Yes. It just keeps evolving and you start to realize what's more important.
That's what I'm pursuing. That's right.
So talk to me about, there's so many things we can touch on. I want to jump into, you're addicted to the cold. I could honestly say you're addicted to the cold, and I love that.
Say that. It's weird to say that, but
It's true. So am I.
I am. Yeah, like if even I go out, I travel, and I don't have obviously my ice bath with me. I feel weird. Like 2-3 days without. Like I can do 2 days maybe, especially like women. You know, we have period and stuff, so it's sometimes you don't feel like doing that, you don't feel like jumping into cold water, but when it's just like 3 days out of routine, I feel weird, I don't feel myself. So yeah, ice bath changed my life.
And when we say an ice bath, you literally have an ice chest at your house, so you and your husband jump in on a daily basis. And how cold is that water?
So we change it accordingly. Like right now it's 38, but we tried 32
Fahrenheit?
already. Yeah.
So that's just close to, that's
yeah,
really
like
cool.
32, we already see kind of like, it's not, because we have a lot of Epsom salt inside. So
Oh, do
it's
you
not
really?
freezing. Yeah.
Okay.
It has a lot of benefits to it too.
That's a great idea. I never thought about that.
Yeah, so it's not freezing completely. I think maybe if we go lower, it's gonna freeze, but we're not trying. It's not our goal.
It doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need.
How cold do you think it needs to be? Like at a minimum.
I don't think it is the maximum or a minimum. You mean for the benefits?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard stuff anything below 60 degrees is beneficial. What's your opinion?
So my opinion is that there are a lot of researches made by the founder, one of founders, the Wim Hof, and of course a lot of people. Because I don't want to fight here, I don't want to discuss about like, some people say there are no benefits to it, but there are good benefits for sure as an anti-aging, inflammation, muscle. We need to cut this scene.
No, you're good. It's like stress, anti-inflammatory, like all these benefits. But do you feel like
muscle recovery and for sure like feeling better, just like inside, feeling better.
Do you feel like there's a sudden coldness that the water should be for anybody trying to do it?
As for me, start with anything. Like
that's
start with
a
cold shower.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like going,
Yeah.
because there are researchers that are gonna say, okay, like 60. There are researchers that say minimum 3 minutes in cold, because
while doing a handstand and stretch.
They took a group of people. They made them do this ice bath, and then they see the results, and then the conclusion is that okay, so that's what you need to do, but it's not true because everybody's different, and we start from the certain point. I started from
how did you
like
start?
10 seconds.
Did you really?
In like 60s.
Did you really? Gotcha. Was it your husband who got you started, or
yes.
Okay?
Yes.
What got him started?
He's a nutritionist, and he's very deep into biohacking, and
so he lives
level
in
up. Like,
okay.
I always like teach from him, and yeah, when we first met, he already did it. So I just started kind of trying, and then we bought the actual freezer, and that's when it's it became the routine.
Gotcha.
Before I was just, when we were traveling, we love Zion, so we are going to Zion and we are jumping into the creek.
I saw that.
Yeah. So it was just fun. And also like with fitness, for me before it was just fun, it was challenging, so I didn't relate to any benefits. Like, okay, maybe I feel better because you feel like, you feel good after.
But you're not really thinking of the health benefits, right?
Yeah.
And Bray mentioned that too. There's so many other things that come from just going to the gym or just being active.
Right.
But when you first start, anything's better than nothing. And then with the cold therapy, just doing something that makes you uncomfortable, that forces you to grow.
Yes.
Whether it's 60 degrees for 10 seconds or it's finishing a shower with 10 seconds of cold water at the end.
Exactly.
And then you progress. And then you start to get addicted.
Oh yeah, that's weird because I can't really understand how it works. Like, why am I addicted? Am I crazy or what? Why am I addicted?
I can
to
totally
being
relate.
Not comfortable, right?
Can totally relate.
Yeah, but it's just the feeling after is addicted. Yeah.
It's for me. It's like I'm having a cold shower. I'm uncomfortable, but I don't want to get out, and I want to stay longer.
Oh wow!
And it's like I'll be doing it. I was like, I'll just stick my head on one more time, and then I'll shower a little bit longer. I'll just stick my head under one more. I'm like, why am I doing this when I know I can get out of the shower at any time? Yeah. But it's weird. It's this weird form of addiction. And like you said, the longer you kind of stick it out, you get out, the better you feel. And all of a sudden, like you're like, I'm wide awake. I got so much energy. I'm not sore. I'm not inflamed. I'm ready to tackle this day. Yeah. And are you feeling something similar to that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because in the morning it keeps you awake, so it gives you more energy. And if you do it at night, sometimes because I love to jump after the ice bath to jacuzzi, and jacuzzi is more relaxing. I do it sometimes in the morning too, but jacuzzi is more like, after a whole day, jacuzzi is perfect for that. So if I do it before I go to sleep, I actually feel more relaxed. So it works both ways. In the morning it gives you energy,
But it helps you sleep,
it helps you
100%.
sleep. Yeah.
You think doing something cold before you go to bed would do the opposite, but it actually relaxes you and helps you sleep better.
Yeah.
I can 100% relate to that. And then I like to do like pure cold water, pure hot water, back and forwards a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
And you probably do that with the jacuzzi and the ice bath, correct?
I don't. I know it's good. My husband does it.
Oh, he does it. I find it's really good for flushing out
very
lactic
good.
acid. If you're very sore, you don't want to go to the gym that day,
Yeah.
that's a really good way of resetting your body.
100%.
Good.
What I do ice bath. I go to jacuzzi. I usually do my meditation or just sit, relaxing, and then I go because you wanna go take shower after jacuzzi, and then I finish my shower with cold water. So
Every
that's
time?
what I do. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that if you're going to do anything, it's closing your body down with cold water, whether it's a bath or even if I had a normal bath, I always jump in the shower and finish off cold for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I have never hopped in the shower or hopped out of the shower for the last 6 years without it being freezing cold for at least 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, you
Because
are
I feel
ready
like it's very important.
ice bath.
Yeah, and like I said, you're seeing the one I've ordered. I've got one coming. I'm very excited. And honestly, like watching you daily, what's the best platform to follow you on so people can see how crazy you are with this ice stuff?
So my basically I transmit everything I do. I transmit my heart, whatever is inside of me. I just put it out there. So basically, ice bath is everywhere. So it's
So
Instagram, TikTok.
what are your handles? Like, how does someone find you?
Alma Body is
Alma Body.
Alma Body.
I want people to
Alma
follow you so they can, because you lead by example. You're not just talking it, you literally are posting this on a daily basis. And when I get my ice bath, I want to start putting out more content, because I'm putting out so much content here, but I want to start putting out more leading by example. And that's exactly what you're doing.
Thank you.
So it's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. It's motivated me, which I love. I love when I find someone who motivates me and makes me want to push harder. So it's
Okay,
cool.
so that's TikTok maybe. TikTok actually recently made TikTok only for ice bath because it does just so good. Because TikTok, it's more like one niche. They like one niche when you have only one. Because I used to post like recipes and fitness, like workouts, breath works. It's just like, it worked good, but ice bath works perfectly. over there.
Gotcha. Maybe I need to.
That's how actually, it was a big motivation for me because the video got 15 million
Oh, did it really?
on TikTok.
Wow.
Like 2 years ago, actually, it was before the New Year's Eve. We did the Zion, and I'm like, I need to do that.
How many followers did that give you? Getting 15 million views.
250,000. Something like that.
I feel like some people realize how TikTok works and other people don't. You just need to have one video pop, and that will give you a significant amount of followers.
Yeah.
Then you get another video pops, and that, because I had a video got 5 million views, it got me 25,000 followers. It's the same type of thing, but not as big. And I know other people have had less views and they've got like 10,000 followers. But that's kind of how you grow on TikTok.
Yeah.
Other platforms are different.
Different. For sure.
As far as your training, what do you do? What do you recommend? Are you like lifting weights? Are you?
What I recommend for who? What's the goal?
Well, let's talk about your training to start off with. What's your physical training like? Are you lifting weights? Do you do cardio? You do martial arts?
You know what? I work intuitionally. Did I say it right? So when I first started, again, it was only weightlifting because I thought that's the way to beautiful body, and it's only about weightlifting because for my body type, I need weights to keep my muscle. Like, even if I would like to do yoga, which I love, and I would do only yoga, I just lose all my muscle, and then
you lose the curves and the shape. Yeah,
so
I can see that.
I feel good inside, but then from the outside, it's not the look that I want to have. So I need weights. Right now, like if you ask me for today, I go a little bit out of weightlifting because it's not my priority at this moment.
Okay.
I do workouts, quick, hard, big weights workouts, like free weights basically, just to keep my muscle. but my heart goes to yoga right now. And
yeah, I like that you say that. As a guy or a girl, if you want to develop shape or get shoulders or a booty, that's weights.
yeah,
And it doesn't mean it's your favorite thing to do, but that is your goal. That is the way to do it.
yeah, because you always should ask, what's your goal? What you want to create? Of course, it's good to try new things. Actually, it's interesting because like 5 years ago, I would say, yoga? Like what is that? Why would you do that? Weightlifting is the best. You can create your body. It's good for your mind. Strength is healthy. Bone density. Weightlifting only. But right now, I feel like you should try new things. Even dancing is amazing too. Like,
absolutely,
it's a good workout. Cardio, even like cardio. Maybe you just like to I don't know, walk on treadmill or
go hiking, play tennis.
Yes,
whatever
exactly.
you enjoy, correct?
Yeah. Now I'm more open to new activities, and I think it's amazing to try new things and to find this perfect, especially when it works for your body type and your goal.
Your body type and your goal. Yeah, I like that. I always encourage that. Do what you enjoy, because if you enjoy it, you're going to do it.
Yes.
If you don't like lifting weights and you like hiking, go hiking.
Right.
But just know that you're not going to get 200 pounds of lean muscle going hiking.
Right.
So
that's
you're figuring out your goal. I always say, look at somebody that you look up to and do what they do. So if you want to look like a sprinter, chances are you're probably going to have to start sprinting and lifting weights.
Right.
If you want to look like a yoga instructor, start doing yoga.
Yeah.
Chances are it's probably going to happen for you too.
What about you? What's your favorite sport?
My weights, I've been doing weights for 25 years, 5 days a week. Mistake I made when I was younger was going to the gym 6 days a week for 2 hours a day, twice a day, and realizing that overtraining doesn't get you there. And now I train for 45 minutes, 5 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week, and realizing it's quality over quantity, that mind to muscle connection.
Yes.
In knowing I lift lighter than probably anybody at my gym, but it's how you do it.
Yeah.
It's making the muscle actually do the work. It's contracting the muscle. It's not locking out. It's squeezing. You're there for a purpose. And a lot of people have said it, and I definitely encourage it, is don't ego lift.
Yeah.
And then knowing that 100% of it is nutrition. Awesome. Which you can 100% relate to, right?
Of course.
You don't walk around as lean as you are without eating correctly.
Yeah.
How often you eat well? Would you say 90% of the time, 95% of the time?
Oh, I eat very good. I think I eat...
Or 100% of the time?
No, not 100, of course.
But I mean, it's pretty up there, right?
I don't... Honestly, like 2 years, I would say for the last 2 years, I eat like 95%.
Do you really? Which is amazing.
I changed I don't know, it's just elevating with me, with all the practices I do. I just don't need to eat bad anymore, which I understand. I still, because I've been there, or it's not even about like comparing myself to somebody or comparing myself to me 2 years ago. I think it's just, I am at the point where I don't understand. I have all this information, like how this sugar influences our brain. I know how dairy can influence your hormones. I know that so deep that I just see this food and I'm like, why?
It's so hard to take that bite when you know the information, correct? I 100% get
Maybe if I would I would want it, like I would like, yeah, I would like to eat this cake right now, like I love it. Maybe I would eat, but I just can't because my brain is working at this moment, showing me these pictures, how it was made. This poor...
It's so fun. I totally... The more you learn about what you should and shouldn't eat and the negative consequences, the more likely you are to eat better. Because it's a lot harder to stick your head in the sand and ignore the information.
Right.
And then you can also argue too, being around the right people. And all your friends live and breathe this stuff. Your husband lives and breathes this stuff. So you also have the right environment, the right influence to help you encourage that. And then on top of that, you're a public figure where the way you look is huge. So that also keeps you accountable. So you've got a lot of factors that help you stay in that 95%.
Yeah, but that's the last one though. This external motivation to be for somebody, so
I don't mean for somebody, but the accountability.
Of course, because I want to motivate people. I want to change women's lives. So of course I need to show them this is the life that is possible. You can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's cool. What is speaking of your diet? What is your diet like?
What my diet?
I don't like to say diet. What is your lifestyle like? What is your eating like? I don't like the word diet.
Yeah, I don't like diet either.
I feel like diet
It's
is
interesting.
temporarily, it's short term, it's not maintainable, it's not sustainable.
Yeah, so my nutrition is simple.
Nutrition being the perfect word. Yeah.
Not processed, simple. The best would be homemade. And I have five, right, pillars of my rules. I would say that I don't eat, so I gave up eating red meat.
You
I'm
don't
a
eat red meat.
pescatarian.
Okay.
You don't eat red meat?
No.
Oh,
I was just, How long have you been like that for?
more than 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's funny because I lived in Poland, and I think people from Poland especially know that I was just like top fan of beef. I thought that beef is the best food for you, and I ate it every day. It's just the thing is that the food in America is so much different than in Europe. That's the first thing.
Is it true that Europe won't buy meat from America?
Honestly, I don't even want to go that deep. I just know that it's just
Different
it's
quality, isn't that? Different.
It's so it's even
different restrictions. That's for sure.
I tried it on myself, so you can again you can read the documents that says like the comparison between America and US, but I feel what I feel because I came here and my body started to inflammate so much. I hold so much water just because I brought my nutrition with me from Poland and I just ate the same but here.
Yeah.
And it just completely changed my body.
People don't. If you're born in the States, you don't know any different.
That's what I'm saying. Like you go there, you try, you stay in Europe for a month. Of course, in Europe,
Yeah, same as
too,
Australia. The food quality from Australia to America is awful compared to Australia. Awful.
Australia
It's so
really,
bad.
Yeah, I know.
Australia is so much better.
So much better.
But if you're born in this country, you don't know any different unless you do what you say. Like you travel and you eat somewhere else. But yeah, I can totally relate.
Yeah, so this is the first thing. First, we don't see like we see the meat. Meat looks the same, right? Probably in America and Europe, but we can also look at the ingredients and the same companies. Like it was a good post actually where the girl, I like this girl on Instagram. She's always comparing the ingredients in UK and US.
Oh, interesting.
The same company, like the ketchup, but here is the syrups and some like gums and like weird stuff that I can't even pronounce. And in Europe is like, yeah, okay, it has sugar, but it says, okay, sugar.
Gotcha. But it's
not
actually
like syrup,
sugar and not
like,
high fructose corn syrup.
Right. It's
yeah,
just
okay.
something that shouldn't be, and especially for kids, because this product also they market for kids. All this like candies and stuff, just different ingredients in US and UK. So it's sad.
We're talking about the other day. There's ingredients and there's additives and stuff that you can't get outside America. It's illegal in Europe.
It's illegal. That's
like
what I'm
Skittles.
saying. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Food colorings, the colorings that go in Gatorade, you cannot get in certain countries. But America, free for all. Good luck, guys.
And it markets for kids.
It's specifically kids.
Yeah, and that's horrible because it makes them addicted. That's another topic about sugar. Because it makes you addicted. And then when you was 5 and you ate the Skittles, but then you are 35 and you give it to your kids thinking that it's a good product because I ate it and I wanna. That's what McDonald's did, right? They just they start with Happy Meals, but then it's like a generation thing.
Brainwashing, from as young as possible.
Because I went too when I was little. I went to McDonald's and it was so fun. But then I realized something is wrong with that, with McDonald's and all this like imperium that they built to just have these customers for life.
So pescatarian. So no meat. What else is in your diet?
No sugar.
No sugar.
Refined sugar. Fruits. I eat fruits, of course.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with fruit, right?
Sorry?
Nothing wrong with fruit, is there?
So depends on quality and quantity. So
Be
that's
very
the thing.
valid. Yeah.
Like with everything, honestly.
Yeah, everything.
So yeah, what I don't eat. Oh, sugar, dairy. Dairy is a big topic, of course. I don't want to fight like with.
No,
people who say,
I'd like to hear your opinion because
Yeah.
I don't think dairy is good for you. And I know I feel 1,000 times better when I don't have dairy. And I know that dairy definitely leads to sinus and things like that, 100%.
Yeah, that's why I teach my client and everybody just on my social media. That is what my book about also. Just try it. Like with everything, I don't like to discuss with the person who never tried it and just goes like, no, it's good for you because this is the, have you tried? Just try. If you try for a month and you are feeling amazing, you don't see any difference, or you're feeling worse even, where's my dairy, where's my cheese, whatever, then we can discuss, and maybe I'm gonna listen to your opinion, and we can have a conversation.
I like that. Just try it. Like fasting, intermittent fasting.
Oh, I love it.
It's starving. It's this. It's that. Have you tried it?
Actually, I've heard, because was it podcast with Ray or somebody else? He was talking that you do it too, because I do.
Oh, you do.
I do it. Yeah.
Let's come back to that.
Okay.
But because I love talking about that. But that's another thing. Like, just try it.
Just try
if it
it.
doesn't work for you, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it might be the best thing you ever did, and that's what happened for me.
Right.
So back to your. There's so many things I want to touch on. So back to your diet. So no sugar, no meat, no
Yes.
dairy, nothing processed.
Nothing processed, right? I try to make 80% of my meals at home.
Okay.
Because the thing is, when you go out, you still have the bad oils. Like, they use worst oils
You just
ever.
don't know, do you?
Yeah, even like I love Thai food. Like, I don't make Thai food in my house because I feel like I don't know, maybe I need to learn more about this topic. But
Yeah.
I love to go out and eat Thai food, which still has, so it's not no gluten is another thing. But
Yeah.
so it doesn't have gluten, it doesn't have dairy, they don't use milk. So it's pretty good, but still oils are there. You can't say like, hey, can you please use coconut oil instead?
Olive oil from a glass jar in my
Yeah.
meal, please. No, they're going to do it the cheapest, nastiest way because they're trying to stay in business.
Right. So you still, when you go out, even if it's like the healthiest thing ever, you still have this.
Yeah,
bad.
you just
can't.
don't know.
You can go to the kitchen and like, hey, can I see what you use, or use mine? Yeah. So 80% at home.
Okay.
For sure. And I need to see, like, I want to see, when I look at the plate, I see the macros, of course, so I know, like, I'm not counting. I used to, but I'm not counting anymore. But I see, like, okay, this is protein, carbs, this is fat, what fat? Okay, good. And also I see that the salmon, I just bought it from the, it was wild caught from the store, and I made it by myself. What, like salt, pepper, whatever I put on, I did it by myself, so I know what the ingredients.
Yeah, okay.
When I put sauce, I know what ingredients are in sauce.
Yeah.
Because also, like, sauce, sometimes we see the salad, it's very healthy, but inside the salad there is sauce that we
It's
don't
insane.
see.
It ketchup
has even more calories.
itself. What is it,
Right.
like two grams of sugar per squirt or something in ketchup alone? Like, Cordell and I talk about that. A friend of mine, we talk about sauces can, like, you can eat perfect, but the sauces alone can put you
Yeah.
under. I love Frank's. Frank's is my go-to. Did you ever use Frank's hot sauce?
I love probably do, because my husband has a lot of
That's my
sauce.
favorite because there's not much in it and adds so much flavor. So I literally put it on everything.
Is it the one without sugar? Like, it says no sugar added?
I don't
on
know.
it?
It doesn't. I can't find anything bad in it. It seems to be just
need
more
to check
chili
it
and
out.
stuff. But that's kind of my go-to.
Okay.
But yeah, I know a lot of these sauces.
They're
I got a lot of sugar, and
Yeah.
you end up you're nearly eating candy by the time you put sauce on.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
But also, there are lots of, especially in America, because of course when I talk about products, like I put it on my Instagram, some people say like, hey, we don't have it, like in Poland they don't have this stuff. You can find, maybe it's going to be harder, they have just like less of this, but in America we have so much good companies, so many good companies, like Primal Kitchen, it's a very good company for sauces. Basically their ingredients are on top.
Okay, so you're saying
have-
as bad as it is, there is good stuff out there, but you got to
Right.
find it.
Yeah, it's just open your eyes and start reading the labels, because when we go to the store, it's usually, that's how I go right now. I can close my eyes and I know which products I need to put in my basket, because I just I went there for lots of times. But I like, because there are always new products in the market. You just need to start reading the labels.
Talk to me about that. So if you come across a food, what do you recommend someone does? Do they go to the label? Do they get the ingredients? What is your breakdown on how to find out something's good or bad?
First, ingredients, of course. Well, of course, first you need to understand.
But a lot of people don't know this. So that's kind of a lot of people don't know this. Because you say, ingredients, of course, but I don't think that's obvious to 99% of the people. To you and I, it is.
Okay, but when I tell you, okay, so eat something healthy, what would you say to eat? You eat healthy because why? You say, okay, apple is healthy, but why? Just ask yourself why, I think, right? Because I understand people don't know, but when you ask yourself, that you say like, okay, I ate today the salad, and I say, why the salad was healthy? Because it had this and this and this. Okay, what about sauce? Sauce, I don't know. Did you check the sauce?
Gotcha.
How you check the sauce?
Okay, so when they do look at the sauce, they're going, what do you recommend?
Just looking at okay, so first of all, gums, of course, we don't want like too much gums, but
are you going straight to the ingredients first? Would you recommend?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would recommend to start with ingredients, but of course, like people don't know. Some people, they like looking at the ingredients, they don't see anything bad because they see sugar. Oh, it's sugar. Yes, sugar is a natural product. Okay, you know. So it's just it comes with a educational
and experience, right?
Yeah. Yes. So first, I would start. If we go from the very beginning, I would start with trying to give up a couple of things and see how it goes. So let's say also coffee. I gave up coffee. That's another.
Oh, did you really?
So what I did with coffee, I used to love coffee, but at some point I realized something is wrong. Like I don't feel good. I just feel not anxiety, but I was just like too many thoughts and
a little bit anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, or high strung.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try to stop drinking coffee and see what happens. The same with dairy, the same with gluten, the same with meat. But I tell people like, okay, stop eating meat for a week. Just try it. You are 50 years old. What's gonna happen to you if you stop eating meat for a week? And you can journal in if you want, or you can just make a note like how you feel every day. And even 1 week or 2 weeks, I don't know, depends what you want. 2 weeks would be better. I always say 2 weeks, but if 2 weeks is too hard to do 1 week. What happens? If nothing happens, then I guess that's not your thing, but I would just go also longer and see what happens.
I like what you say that, just try it, and what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
you're not gonna, potentially gonna feel better.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna end up back in the same position you're in now.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was really strict. Like I was like this, like you should do that and not this. Like I was even saying to people like, if you want muscle, you should eat meat. Well, yeah, my body looked more like pumped when I ate meat, for sure. Like I had bigger butt, like it was easier for me to keep the muscle. But I had a lot of inflammation too, especially on my face. I have a lot of pictures I post on my social media, like I had like this face, like this.
Interesting.
It was meat and dairy. That's two products that just made a big difference.
Very interesting.
The same gluten. I was thinking that being bloated after a whole day is normal, but it's not.
It actually isn't, is it?
A lot of women, they think it's normal.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a little bit bloated. Well, it's been whole day, you know.
You know what comes to mind is when you eat clean, you can get up and go for a run 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
And you're not bloated, you're not tired. You should feel exactly the same as you did before you ate. Yeah. Would you agree with that? Mm-hmm. It's weird though, right? Because you think you got to eat till you're full. Yeah. And full being bloated and satisfied. Yeah. But you don't actually need to eat that much. And when you eat clean, your body will absorb it the right way and you can just continue functioning throughout your day.
Right, I agree.
Fasting. Talk to me about fasting. What do you do? What got you into it? What do you like about it?
So my husband.
I was going to say, was it your husband?
Like everything.
It sounds like you got a winner there, right?
Yeah,
Someone who's
changed
just.
my perspective of.
That's
of,
amazing.
Like, healthy lifestyle, and it's just, yeah, because actually. That's another thing, because when we first met, he was already fasting, and I was like, okay, we woke up and I need my breakfast right away. Where's my breakfast?
And he's ready to walk out the door.
And I got so angry. I was like, where's my breakfast? I needed my eggs also, like something particular, like eggs because I need protein, and the crackers because I need carbs, like fat, avocado for sure. Like if something is not, we don't have something, like we should go to the store, like what's going on.
I used to be exactly the same.
Yeah, and then again, I just tried. One day I just tried, okay, I'm not gonna eat today, we'll see what happens. Nothing happened, I feel okay. Maybe like first couple days for sure you had it too, like you feel kind of like, because it's a habit.
It's more mental for me.
Right.
It was.
It's something is not right, you feel maybe a little bit not even hungry, but like you don't have enough energy, something like that. But it's only in your mind.
It was a mental game for me.
Mental.
I skipped breakfast for the first time in 39 years. 39 years. And I can honestly say I have never missed breakfast for 39 years. And then when I didn't have breakfast, it was mental.
Yeah.
Oh, you're losing muscle, you're shrinking, you're gonna this, you're gonna that. My entire life, TV has said breakfast is the most important meal of the day. My mom has said breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Right.
And then I skipped it and I realized nothing changed.
Well, it changed because you started to have so much energy, and
it didn't make a difference. I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Right. And also another mental thing I used to be very dependent on food. Like I need my food, I need to eat like
literally addicted to it, right?
Yeah, like where's my food? I need to have right now. Like nothing's gonna happen. Well, of course, like in this timeline before, like I start to eat like at 12, and then my last meal usually at 7, at 6 could be better. So sometimes like if I eat not a big meal at 12 and then all day like I'm gone, of course like I would love to have something with me. But if I'm not, it's okay. Nothing's gonna happen to me. Like I already felt this different, because at first I thought, oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy. I don't want to be hungry and I don't want to be angry on people or something. But it doesn't happen. If you put your mind on the right path and you tell yourself that's okay, you're gonna have your meal later, nothing's gonna happen, nothing happens.
It's everything you're saying I can relate to, because I used to be dictated by my next meal. I was not free. I would wake up, like you said, I'd have to have breakfast. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to work for the next 8 hours. I'm going to have 3 meals prepared to take to work for me. Right. And I need to have food ready for when I get home, because I'm going to be hungry. And you're not living, right? You're constantly like cooking, cleaning, shopping, prepping. And you're just always worried about that next meal. And then when you break free of that addiction and realize it doesn't matter, you're able to get up, walk out the door, and eat when you want to eat. And you're doing what, a 18-hour fast, approximately?
It's 15, 16, I would
15,
say.
16
because
hours.
The last one 7, like I start eating 11, 12. Honestly, I don't have like
a set agenda.
Yeah.
But you're constantly fasting on a daily basis.
Yeah, because it's also like feeling how you feel. Sometimes if, let's say we do sushi or something all you can eat, especially in the evening, the day before, I'm not hungry for like another...
Yeah, you can go a lot longer, right? Yeah, 100%.
It depends. Or sometimes it also depends how busy your day is or how active your day is. Because if I had really good leg workout with the big weights, or maybe I had photo shoot, like whole day shooting without any possibility to eat, then the next day I'm hungry like at 9 a.m. It happens. Sometimes I eat at 9 because I'm hungry already. But it's a good thing just to feel your body, but not have this like pressure that I need to eat.
Do you feel like you would, a good way of putting that would be you're more in tune with your body of what it actually needs, opposed to what you think you should be giving it? You're more listening to your body, because you said when you have a big meal, you're able to go for longer because, hey, I've had a big meal. And when you haven't eaten, you know you're kind of hungrier because...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know, for sure, but it depends, because it's like, listen to your body, but also use your brain, because sometimes, there are things happen in life, do I understand you right?
Yeah.
This topic. Like for me, sometimes I skip. I don't add enough of protein to my meals because I just don't feel like it.
Okay.
Because when I stopped eating meat, it's not that many. It's enough of things to eat for me. So
but it's definitely harder. Yeah.
But it's like, okay, fish. Sometimes I'm trying hard to do at least 3-4 times plant-based, which doesn't work for me good. But I truly believe that it's amazing. I admire people, plant-based people who doing good, because most of the people, they are not doing good with plant-based because it's hard. It's not easy to, to put everything, all the macros and amount of calories you should eat, especially for athletes, for people who want to have their muscle. But I'm trying hard. So sometimes I need to use my brain and tell myself like, hey, it was not enough of protein today, so we're drinking protein shake right now or something. So it's not always intentional, only from my heart or whatever your body. But most of the times, yes. I think I'm pretty good.
Do you find fasting and cold therapy are similar as far as pushing you out of your comfort zone and making yourself uncomfortable? Because, I mean, what I'm getting at, so this is the way I put it, we're always comfortable. We wake up in a warm bed, into a warm shower, into a warm car, into a warm office, sitting there all day, and then we're constantly eating when we want to.
Right.
We're never challenged. We're never uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse. So do you feel like the cold therapy, the fasting is making you uncomfortable, where your body's forced to adapt?
Only if we put cold plunge on the first place, because it's so much more uncomfortable than the
But I mean, what's the longest you've done a fast for? Have you done prolonged fast?
I never had a goal. Maybe I should. Like
have you done a 24-hour or 48 or something?
I have something like smoothies. We did like only smoothies for, I don't remember, like 4 days maybe we did, or more.
What about no food? What's the longest you've gone?
Never done it.
Have you done 24 hours or something?
I don't remember. Maybe if I did, I don't remember. So
I do 24-hour fast all the time.
Oh, you do?
All the time, yeah. Because I'm at a point now, I only eat once or twice a day. Okay. So I'm generally fasting 22 hours a day, every single day anyway. So to do a 24-hour fast, it's like, it's a piece of cake. If I eat at lunchtime there, I can easily go to tomorrow night without food. Easily. So
what was your purpose of it? Is it
to
challenge yourself, or?
It was like, I'm in my 40s. I want to stay in shape, but I don't want to live and breathe eating 6 meals a day. You know what I mean? You're in your 20s right now. Maybe down the track, you have family, you have kids, your priorities change. You're like, hey, I still want to look as good as I do, but I don't be eating all day, every day. So that was kind of the main thing for me. And then I like I like trying new things like you suggest, and I like finding alternative ways. You don't just have to be vegetarian. You don't have to be a carnivore. You don't have to eat 6 meals. Find the way that works for you.
Right.
And I guess that's what it was for me. Fasting it's a new way that works for me at my age, at my lifestyle, my commitments, my type of job. It works perfect.
But 24 hours still, it was kind of like one thing?
It was more, I just like to challenge myself.
Okay, challenging, okay.
Like, you do a 5-minute ice bath, now you do 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I fast for 16 hours, now I do 18, now I do 20. Yeah. I think the longest I did was 3 days. Wow. That was hard. I want to do that again, I want to do longer, just because why not?
Yeah.
And the more you challenge yourself, the more mentally tough you become, and the more kind of circles on all aspects.
That's interesting. You know what? I was just like, when you were saying that, I'm like, I've never thought about it. Maybe I should.
There's an app called Zero. Have you seen it? It's a free app. It's Zero. It's a fasting app. So you can hit it when you start fasting and hit it when you stop. And it'll tell you how long you fasted for. And it'll also give you an average of how long you fasted for every day. So if you've done 30 fasts in a row, it'll give you average on what you're averaging each and every day. Okay. So if you see it, hey, I'm at 18 hours, hey, let's just push it to 19 today, because there's a measurement. Yeah. And you seem like the type of person, you probably like data where you're able to, like, when you do your ice baths, have you got a timer?
Of course, yeah, always.
It's a timer for fasting. It's the exact same thing. On everything, right? Like, whether it's weight loss or it's fasting or it's cold therapy or whatever it is, some type of accountability, tracking accountability. I feel like you're the type of person who's got a lot of good daily habits. Would you mind sharing some of them with me?
Of course. I'm all about habits. Habits is everything.
Habits is everything. Why is habits everything?
Why? Because we start with motivation, external or internal, but because that, we start with motivation, everything goes good, but then life happens.
Yeah.
Some things happen, and the only habits, there's the things that just keep you going. The habits that...
I like that. I never heard it put that way.
Because when, life happens again. There is not always a beautiful day, which you create for yourself the best way, the most beautiful you can make. But even if my day will be not the best one, I know that I have certain things I'm gonna do, and my mind will not let me not to do them.
And that's your habits.
And that's my habits.
I like that. That's very well put.
And as more I do them, the more they work, first of all, and I just can't let them go.
Would you say it just becomes routine or just second nature, right?
Yeah, it's just routine. It's just part of me.
And by not doing it, it would be more uncomfortable than actually doing it. Yeah. Kind of like you said earlier about not doing the cold therapy for a couple of days. It feels weird.
It feels weird. Like this, like the physical activity, because a lot of people can feel this, I think, when they start, my clients especially, because I always ask, I'm looking for this spot when the person already used to physical activity, the way they can live without it. And that's the best, like a medal for me, kind of, when I got the person to the point where it is their habit and they can't live without workout.
You've instilled a forever habit on that person. Yeah. That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah. When she tells me like, hey, I can stop doing
That's amazing. That. What your habits?
So habits.
What do we got?
We
got the cold.
Yeah.
We've got the fasting.
Yeah, it's interesting you said it's habit. Okay,
it's definitely a habit. Intermittent fasting is definitely a habit.
I guess, yeah.
And then you've got eating clean, which is also another habit that you've discussed,
yeah.
which you probably don't think about, but it definitely is.
I have so many more habits.
But it's true, but you don't really think about it. But the normal person isn't doing those things. Yeah. So you've instilled those habits, which have kept you where you're going. Yeah. So what's some other things you haven't mentioned?
Gratitude journal.
Gotcha. I like where you're going.
The habit. Yeah, I actually, I'm at the point where I already finally, and I'm so grateful that I started to feel that habit so much inside of me, and I can't stop doing that.
Like, how long have you been doing the journaling?
It's been more than half a year right now.
Okay,
I
awesome.
always used to here and there, what I mean?
But not consistently. Yes. And that's a whole different thing, isn't it? Doing it and doing it consistently.
Yeah.
I can definitely relate to that.
Right. I've heard this thing, somebody said, Brian Tracy that was, or
I love Brian Tracy.
So one of them said, if you don't have 10 minutes for yourself in the morning, you don't have life. And that hit me differently.
That's so funny you say that, because I've been journaling for the last 2 months now.
Okay.
Because of this podcast, so many people I look up to are journaling. Really? But what I'm finding, I'll go to, like, before I do anything, I'll journal. And it's like, if I've got 10 minutes to do this, like, who am I to not give myself 10 minutes to actually do this? Right. And you literally have just hit the nail on the head with what you said. Yeah,
it's just so, it's so deep, it's so easy, first of all, but also it gives you this tracking of your life, because I know some people say like it's not good to go back, but I love sometimes to go back and see what I was grateful for a month ago or 3 months ago. Because
you forget, right?
Yeah,
you forget everything. You remember certain things, but you don't remember everything every day.
Yeah, that's another big topic. Like, I love journaling because of, like, even with your fitness routine, you can go back and see whatever you've. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about plant-based. So I did plant-based for 1 month, and I looked good, but something went wrong. I just didn't feel good. But I would love to go back and compare my plant-based right now and back then, to compare what I did wrong, because I don't remember. Like, I remember certain things, but I would love to know, probably. Like, it's like more details.
And that's what social media is good too. It's
That's our like
because you're documenting everything, and you can.
Yeah.
I see stuff pop up from 2 years ago on my Facebook. I was like, oh, that's right, and it's really cool to see that. What I was talking about, where I was doing, what my goals were, what my quote was. It's cool.
Yeah, even like description. When we write description, I love to go back and see even the way I talk, the way
on your posts.
It was completely different.
Yeah, that's interesting too.
Yeah, I used to talk more with my mind, kind of. Right now, I'm speaking more with my heart. That's what I think.
Yeah,
it's more like coming out from deeper than just like, okay, guys. And I'm more open too. That's what I see the difference. I'm more open. What I said about like even food restrictions. Back then, I was more like restricted. Like, that's what you should eat. That's how you should work out. That's the only one way. If you don't do that, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. My way, the highway. Yeah. Gotcha.
So the routine starts, and it's a journal. So it's 5 minutes journal. I love this. I bought it from Amazon. So it has like gratitude. Then it has affirmations for today. It's very powerful too. Actually, affirmation. When you're gonna do your ice bath, put affirmations. It helps so much. We actually did the ice bath with girls. We had like mini retreat, and girls did like 5 minutes, and it's their first time at 38. And I'm like, what's going on? How
That's
it
cool.
happens? I think maybe community, like because we were all there and we're like
pushing
let's
each
go, we're
other.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
But also we did affirmations. So we had the headphones. Actually, I see the headphones. We had the headphones, and you basically listen to affirmations.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I could see that working.
It works.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even when you go to ice bath, like without headphones, whatever, or you just have music, you start thinking, like you have these thoughts, and thoughts tell you like you go out, you don't need it, it's too cold.
Self-doubting, yeah.
Instead you're thinking, I'm strong, I'm powerful.
I like that. I could see that totally working. Yeah, 100%.
So I write affirmations, I write the things I would love to accomplish, and that's actually another thing, that's another goal. So I do my things I want to accomplish, but also I write 10 goals every day, my goals. And this is Brian Tracy's actually technique. You just write 10 goals, your big goals, small goals, whatever you want. First of all, when you write, you have this connection, mind and body connection, and second of all, it's interesting how the goals are changing every day. They're never the same, because tell me 10 goals, your 10 goals. Like you have more, of course.
You want it different every day. I mean, they're all similar and they overlap, but yeah, they are kind of different where my emphasis is at. I love the fact you like Brian Tracy. Not many people know about him. No? He's one of my favorite people.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's old school. He's in his probably 70s now, but
yes.
he's... One thing I really, really like about him, he goes, if you listen to an audiobook every time you're in the car for 2 years, it's like doing a degree every 2 years.
Yeah.
And I have done that for years after years after years. He's one of the biggest drivers behind my self-education.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that you like him.
So I'm just sorry, I'm just gonna say about the 10 goals. Why you think it's interesting to track these 10 goals every day and see how different they are every day, and what's the meaning of it?
What, like being different? I don't know.
Because that's where you see, because even like when you write down, if I'm gonna tell you what's your goal, what's your 10 goals, what are the 3 first goals you put down? That's the most important.
Gotcha.
And that's what for today. And it's interesting because I like 7 or 8 goals are always there for me, like they're the same every day. I just like change the sentence kind of, because also like you want to say like me and my husband do this. You don't want to say I do this.
Yeah.
So I kind of change sometimes. Change meaning like anyways, just it has the same meaning, but it changes. But it's interesting that the 3 other goals are always different. So it means that, and whatever the first ones are, that's for today. These are the most important. That's what your heart truly wants.
Gotcha, and that's what you're going to focus on.
Interesting, right?
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Like I'm going to say the example. I want to live by the ocean. Like I want to live with the ocean view. But what is interesting, sometimes I have it like at the first place because I'm thinking about it. but then like the other day when I'm busy with life, and you know, I live in Vegas, I like it. It's a lot of things to do. I'm online, so I can be everywhere. And with a lot of things, I just forget about it. And I'm like, wait a second, why I forgot that I want to live by the ocean?
Yeah.
Well, something is wrong.
And
Let's go back.
What am I doing to do this?
So it's just interesting to go back and see.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the routine for sure. That's something that I like to do.
I couldn't find a journal that I particularly liked, so I just got a blank book. And now I have structured my own things.
Yeah,
and the goals, I have short term, long term. I have a diet check-in. I have things I'm grateful. I have things I'm aware about, what's going on in my life. And I've just created my own version of what works for me. And it's evolving as I go along too. I'm like, I think this is more important to add, or I feel like it's going to get to a point where it's going to be like 2 pages long every day, because I'm like, I want to add this, and this.
Yeah.
What other daily? Are you meditating? Is that another habit you would do on a daily basis?
I do, but I can't say that I do it the way I want to do on a daily basis, but I do it.
Okay, yeah, I would say I'm on the same page.
I am getting better, just like with ice bath. Like, it was a long way where I can say like, yeah, I'm a good ice bath. Like in meditation, I can't say that I'm good the way I want to be.
Yeah.
So I'm not like a pro, and I can't like I can share my experience, but I can't teach people about it. My husband can though.
Seems like he's just a rock star and everything.
He is just. Yeah. He can like even like to go to sleep, like to literally just like sleeping in 10 seconds.
Really?
How? I can't, like sometimes, especially when you have like busy like days, you have thoughts. It's so hard for me.
Well, that's probably the meditation and self-awareness.
Helps. Yeah. It helped already. I see the result, but I'm getting there. That's why like yoga, hatha yoga, changed my life, and also brought this meditation in the way that it's part of the physical activity, because yoga is a physical activity. We do asanas, we move our body, but also we meditate with like our mind. So it's both.
Okay.
Breath, the same. The breath links to the activity, to the asana, to the physical activity. So when you think about your breath, you do yoga, you basically meditate, because you are in a zone.
Okay.
Nothing's happening around you. You are in a zone.
I want to ask you a question. As far as building habits and consistent habits, the way I do it is I do one at a time. So say it's cold showers. I'll do it until it becomes literally a routine, like we talked about, before I'll even think about adding a new habit on. Then I'll build on, and before I know it, I got 5 habits, I got 10 habits, I got 15 habits. How do you go about that? How do you build daily habits where it's consistent and then add to it?
So this is what my fitness transformation is. I have fitness transformation for women, 30-day, where we actually do all of it. So basically we try in my transformation how I do that, and that's the way. For sure it works for different people differently. What I would recommend to try new things for a month. So basically, and not every day. So basically, the first day we are working on our mindset. Like, let's say you do gratitude journal. The first day you have a goal. You do gratitude journal, you do workout, and you do meditation. That's it. The next day you try. That's when you start from the beginning. That's
so just experimenting
to try, maybe
a bit.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then something's gonna stay with you. Something's gonna maybe not, because maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't work for you right now, maybe you are not at the spot right now, and it's okay to be not at the spot right now.
So you're gonna resonate with something over something else, and then you're gonna focus on that first. That's interesting.
Because
rather than forcing to go to the gym, when maybe just going walking or playing tennis might be the way to go.
I know a lot of people, like even me, I'm a good example, because I've heard about not yoga, meditation, yoga also. It took me some time. I've heard about meditation when I first started, and it was so funny back then, like 8 years ago, I think. It started on Instagram, like gurus and even like Kundalini yoga, Kundalini yoga. It was so funny to me. Like, why would you sit and like moving your body in different ways, like waiting for some energy, it was just not making sense to me. So if I would do that back then, it just would not do anything to me.
Yeah, it's funny you say that.
I was not at the spot yet. And then when I started interested about my inner self, asking questions, who am I, what's my purpose, then suddenly it started to make sense.
You involve in a way, right?
Yeah.
Where you're open to, yeah, I get that. You're not going to be open to this. You need to kind of build up baby steps to,
So
yeah, that's interesting.
maybe if it doesn't work, because we are talking about like very like high, I can say high-end, the gratitude journal, the meditation is already, it's just, you need to have a purpose for it. You need to have something deeper connection to it. The first things that we should, for all the people, is the health, right? To stay healthy. To stay healthy, they don't need to meditate like every day. You know what I mean? The nutrition, physical activity, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
When people say, I don't have time for physical activity, well, I'm sorry, something is wrong. Like, you need to work on that first.
Yeah.
But when people say, I don't have time for meditation, it means that it's not your priority at this moment.
Yeah,
And it's okay.
I can see that. Yeah.
So it depends, you know. In my reality, it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you if you don't do meditation. You're just not there yet, or maybe you're not going to be there at all, and it's okay.
I like that you say that.
We just on different levels. Doesn't mean like somebody is lower, but it's just different paths.
It's kind of like the people who preach, oh, you got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to start hustling. That's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, go nuts. But I mean, doesn't mean you can't be productive and have a good quality day if you get up at 9.
Yeah.
And you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Here are other things that we can discuss on, like the sleep cycle. It's not good for you to go to sleep at 2.
Yeah.
Other things, but also like, can we talk about Trump? Like, okay.
Yeah, you can talk about anything you want.
He sleeps 4 hours a day, right?
Oh, wow.
And he is doing good, as we see.
That's crazy.
How interesting in that?
Yeah.
Like, what you can say? Oh, you're not doing good because while you sleep, how you can sleep 4 hours, and he's doing good. His mind is amazing. I don't know. It just depends, right? No, some people would say no, but anyways.
Everyone works differently. Yeah,
he's productive. Okay.
I sleep for 8.5 hours a night. That's what works for me.
So it's just interesting that we are different. We are all different, and it's interesting to see how we evolve. And
I like it. Talk to me about your book. What's the reason behind the book? What value are you providing in the book?
In the book, as I said already, it's just everything I wanted to write down for people who want to start, or also for people who are on their path but they feel like they need more information. They want to go deeper, either mindset work, because as I said earlier, I was really good with workout. I think I was good. Of course, you should always be better and learn more, because there are always new researches. But I was at the spot where I knew how to build butt. I knew how to help somebody to lose weight.
Yeah.
But something was missing. Mental work, mindset was missing. So this book will give you more understanding how to work with your mindset.
Rounded.
Yes.
Okay.
There are practices, the actual practices that I would apply first before you even start learning about workout.
Oh, really? What type of practices? I'm thinking like mental stuff.
Yeah. First of all, goals. So before you start,
actually, like setting goals.
Setting goals.
Yeah.
Very easy. Like if you think about it, it's so easy. Just set up your
most
goal.
people don't set goals. Never learn write them down. Never learn read them.
Yes, but only if they set goal. Like, let's say, okay, I want to lose weight. Perfect. I want to lose weight, and now is the question: why?
Gotcha. When?
Asking yourself why. So first thing we do, we put, and also like we don't want too many goals. As we talked about 10 goals, like it's good to have like to write down 10 goals, but you can work on them, all of them together. You know what I mean? It's kind of like going that way, but you should focus on 3 goals. So somebody would say 5, somebody 1, I would say 3 goals. Okay, so we write down 3 goals, and now we're asking why. 5 whys to each goal.
Oh, I like that. So you're finding out why it's important for you to take action.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at, isn't it? Yeah.
Because
I want to lose weight, but why is this important to you? Why do you need to do this?
Go
Why do you want to
deeper.
do
It
this?
is always deeper.
I like
than
that.
just,
Because I always
wanna
talk
look
about
good.
finding your why, but that's what you're getting at.
Yeah.
This is my goal, but why is this my goal?
Yeah.
That's
I
powerful.
want to lose weight. Why? To look better. Why? To look better what? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, to look better because I feel insecure. Why do you feel insecure? Because
yeah.
I want to attract a boyfriend. Why do you want a boyfriend? So yeah,
And then-
I get where you're going.
And then you realize that maybe you just need to work on your mindset with like relationship, I don't know, issues, whatever. Maybe it's not even about like losing weight.
yeah,
It's
yeah, it
interesting.
could be something completely different.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
But it's interesting because you have other things you want to work on then, just not like losing. Because when you don't ask it and you just go and, okay, you lose weight and then what? Just not, there's no purpose to it.
I like that. No
and
purpose.
also to keep it, because the fitness, you know, that fitness, whatever we do, it's a process. It is goal. We can set up the short-term or long-term goal, but we want to always be healthy. Basically,
yeah,
it's not
as
a
soon as
goal.
you achieve that goal, there's the next goal.
Okay, I hit the goal. I'm healthy. What now? Should I just stop?
I feel like that's the hardest thing though, is when you get to where you want to be. It's like, okay, now how do I stay here?
Yeah.
Then that takes goals and discipline and habits and
Yeah.
everything above.
We constantly want to evolve, and for me, the purpose is just to be better than I was yesterday, and then I can't stop, because I always should be better than yesterday.
Okay.
So that this is my purpose, right? There are also other purpose to help people, to elevate my consciousness, etc. But this is like a goal, right? This is the purpose, the very meaningful and very deep for me. Just to when I compare myself to yesterday's Vlada or Alma, I know that I did better today.
I like that. I want to pick your brain on social media.
Yeah.
So you're doing a really good job. You're really leading by example. What are some tricks to the trade that you're doing that you can share with other people? Other people looking to be an influencer, help other people, provide value. You're kind of doing all that. What would you share?
First of all, start acting, not just thinking,
Not just talking the talk.
just talking, because it's all different for people. You know, you need to.
Do you do it on your phone?
Huh?
Are you just using your phone?
If I use my phone, but also laptop for like bigger, like let's say. If
But I mean, you're filming on your phone, right?
Oh, filming? Yes.
So you're not worried about having fancy camera. You're literally just taking action with
the
you.
phones are so good right now.
Yeah,
No.
and they're only getting better.
Of course, you
yeah.
you would like to have the best.
But you
camera.
you literally have hundreds of thousands of followers, and you're doing it on your phone,
Yeah.
and you're taking action.
Yeah. Oh,
No, but that's what I'm getting at. You
I
don't
think
need this like $3,000 camera like filming us now.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good to have. If
But I mean, that's
but
what I do
it's-
for a living.
Yeah.
But I mean, for what you're doing, you're just taking a camera and taking action,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Yeah, it's good to have a goal to buy a camera like that if you want, but it's not an excuse to not to start.
That's what I'm
That's the
touching on.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. But I think don't people know that already? I think that's obvious that right now, even like
You'd be
the
surprised.
best. Really?
Yeah.
Even the best YouTubers right now, like, because if you want to be mobile, because if you are an influencer, you want to have the camera every time with you, because you never know when you have this.
There's a saying: the best camera is the one on you,
Yes.
and
yes.
that goes back to the phone. Yeah.
Because basically you show people the life with your eyes, and you can just grab the huge camera with you and always have the content with the camera, right? You want to have the iPhone, which is like always with you, and you just transmit this life with your eyes, kind of.
So what is it
It's
about
easy.
what you're doing that's getting such a engagement and a following? What makes I would say what makes you special, but like what makes you special where you're growing this audience and people like resonating with you?
I think usually people just find the person who they resonate with because of their either future goals. They see that they want to do the same, or maybe this person already did the same, so they actually feel like, oh, I'm at the same spot. Or maybe the like, let's say a lot of people who follow me, they want to move to US maybe, or they moved and they just trying their best in US.
Okay.
Something similar. So you basically resonate to this person. Not
Like the immigrant type story being one of them. Yeah.
It's not always fitness.
No,
Because
no.
everybody wants to be healthy. Of course, right? Somebody who doesn't.
Everyone should want to be healthy, put it that way.
Everybody, yeah. But it's not, it doesn't mean that, they think that my diet, they want to eat like I eat. Because I discuss with my followers a lot about food. Like I have a lot of followers that they're like, they eat meat and they know that I don't eat meat, but they not unfollow me because, she doesn't eat meat, I'm not going to talk to her anymore. It's just, they have other stuff we have in common.
Yeah.
They do ice bath. So it's just, I guess that's why never stop trying, because you're always going to have audition. You're always going to have people who is going to resonate with you because they want to, it's an energy.
You're being true to yourself, right? You're not pretending to be anybody else.
Okay, so of
you're
course,
being 100% yourself
you
online.
always want to be
Yeah.
yourself.
And that's probably why people are resonating with you, because you're being exactly who you are. How long did it take you to get momentum or to kind of pop with social media? I mean, it doesn't happen straight away, right? Like, did you feel like you're doing it for no point, nobody cared, or how did you push through that?
I don't really have this like goal to only like to have the certain amount of followers or something.
So you were just happy just to help anybody.
You see the engagement, that's what is the most important, how people react on you, not just like looking
having
at
a million
stories.
people no, that's the same thing as podcast. If I can just help one person, then help 2 people, and then eventually 5, so you kind of approach it the same way.
How the depth,
depth being a good word.
That's what, because I'm gonna tell you, like my TikTok does really good if you think about numbers. The numbers are good, but what I have from it, DMs, not really. Like it's not. Some of the people, they go on Instagram. There are a lot of, because I have. It happened that I have a lot of men, so they are not particularly like interested in. Maybe they are listening, like I don't know, like about nutrition or something. But I think in this case, men would listen more to men, not to women. I think that's
TikTok's a little bit more
like
shallow, isn't it?
It is. So
even my TikTok, I get like the views, but nobody comments, nobody particularly likes. There's no engagement.
Yeah,
there's a lot more on other
people
platforms.
Around the world, it's
people just viewing and not interacting.
Yeah.
Which kind of seems, what's the point?
Right. So for sure, like 300,000 followers on TikTok and 300,000 on Instagram is not the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends. For some people, I know that people doing good on TikTok, they make businesses really good. It depends like what you do also.
Yeah.
Like for me, so I have 80%, probably maybe a little bit less right now, but even like 80% men on TikTok. I work with women. My product is pink.
Yeah, for
who's
women.
Gonna buy from this man the book, or who's gonna like? I had a couple messages like, "Hey, would you like to do like training with me?" And I don't want to work with men. It's just not interesting for me. So it's kind of like they can still have maybe some knowledge. I hope so, from my blog, or some motivation to do an ice bath. Amazing, but it's not particularly my people who I can make clients from.
Gotcha.
So depends on the goal.
Yeah,
if
no,
the goal is
interesting.
just to make a following, okay, cool. TikTok is cool for that. You can grow there.
I feel like a lot of people are very caught up on that though, right? Is just building a following and not having any depth, like you said. What's the goal? What's the point? Yeah.
What's your why?
What's the point? Like, yeah.
I see right now that TikTok, actually that's why I stopped doing TikTok for a while, because I just didn't see any.
Oh, you did? Because you just, it wasn't.
So what's the point? Okay, I see that they are going to the website, because I can see the amount of people that went from the TikTok to my website.
Yep.
But how many are the sales?
Yeah, converting.
No sales. So what's the point then? They see, okay, she has website, but it's not my product. Or I see people do ice bath after they watching my videos.
All right. So you're very, very big on how do I put this? Like women's power, women's self-growth, being the best version of yourself. What do you tell the ladies out there? Like, where do they get started? How do they turn their life around? How do they become a strong, independent person like yourself?
Again, start with why.
So the goals, finding out the why.
Yeah, break down your goals to like short-term goals, what you want to accomplish in 1 week, in 2 weeks, 1 month. Start doing to-do list. Put down the things you want to do every day, and it should be, of course, realistic things, what you can do. Start doing that and keep going, never stop. Because
how do you keep accountability for yourself? Or how does somebody keep accountability for, you know what I mean, like keeping the word to themselves?
You mean
I mean, if you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't follow through, how do you stay strong to yourself? How do you stay whole to yourself?
But you mean the goal depends what goal I have. If I have a goal, let's say to lose this amount of pounds, which I don't like the scale, but I don't know, you want to do this, it's easy, right? Because you put, okay, I want to have minus, I don't know, like 5 inches in waist. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
So you go in towards this goal. You break down this goal to small
increments, and make it realistic over time.
Question. Or it depends if the goal, like let's say, actually that's interesting because I started it in this year. I realized that we have 52 weeks a year. And when I say I want to do hot yoga what is it consistently? Okay, consistently every week or consistently every day. It doesn't give you mind like this. I want to do I do hot yoga 50 times in 2023. And
that's funny. I want to do 150 podcasts this year, which is 3 a week.
Okay,
so
good.
I've done the exact same thing, worked out specifics.
Yeah, specifics. So
and then that means 3 a week. That means 1 a week.
Yeah.
I like how you're doing that.
Because when people say, I want to be consistent with my workout.
So you're saying you need to work out how many times a week.
How many times, how long
and
is
how
the
many times in
workout?
a year. Yeah, how long the workout's going to be. Yeah, I like that. And that's measuring it.
Yeah.
It's measurable.
And you know, sometimes for some people, they even need a training plan to be consistent because they go to the gym. Like if they say, okay, I go to the gym, and they literally go to the gym, they don't know what to do, they go back. They just not, you know, they need a plan.
And so they can't figure out the plan. That's when people like yourself come into it.
Yeah, so if you need a workout plan, I don't do workout plans anymore.
But I mean, there's plenty of trainers and people who do.
Yeah, but if you need a workout, if you need that much like control, okay, go with the plan. I need to do 3 sets of it, 8 reps here. That if that's what you should do, I don't have even training plan at all.
No, I don't either. But that comes from experience.
It comes.
Yeah.
So that's the
but
thing.
But yeah, for a beginner, okay. So beginner, how often am I going to work out? Yeah. How long the workout's going to be? How many am I going to do in a year? Yeah. Do I know what I'm going to do when I go? If I don't, who's going to teach me or who's going to set that up for me? So you're taking out all the room for failure, I guess.
Yeah.
You eliminate your process of elimination on why you should fail on this goal.
Yeah.
I like that. And just to finish up with community influence, the people you hang around with. Obviously, it sounds like you got an amazing husband, a very beneficial person to you. How important is community and environment as far as life in general?
Oh, it's very important, I think. But honestly, I am not a team player too much. That's what I...
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Very self-driven and motivated by yourself, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Even with my... Actually, that's something that I realized just like maybe a year ago or 2 years ago. At first, I thought something is wrong with me because I am very introvert. I'm an extrovert too because you see, I talk to you, I love it. But tomorrow I need to be at home or something like that.
Oh,
like
really?
I need to have my time.
Yeah.
And back then I thought that something is wrong with me. Like I need to work on that because why I need to be at home? It's not right. But with years I realized that that's just me and I need to have this time for myself and to have this routine that I do because it's not like I'm just watching movies or something. It's just like some people, they like to meditate together. They like to do cold plunge together. They love it, and they only do it when there are people around. And even girls, they go. That's why there are classes, right? The fitness classes, which for me, like, I have a lot of questions to fitness classes, because what about technique? What about like form? Are you sure you're doing that right? Because if there are 30 people, I used to do the classes, so I know for sure, but I'm only one in a room and there are 30 people. I can't just
100% agree.
First of all, for some people, I should say like, hey, you should leave right now because you should go and do physiotherapy first or something. You know what I mean? Like, for everybody's different.
Yeah, I do the same for martial arts. If I do martial arts, it's one-on-one. I hate group training.
So
the progression is too slow. The attention is not there. And I'm very similar to you, very self-driven. Don't need someone to hold my hand to go do things.
Yeah.
But do you find that can be more of a lonely journey, kind of like a lonely journey, being like that lone wolf?
No, but that's the thing. I never said I don't like it. I think it's amazing to have community, and that's what I actually experienced with, Ready Break, Cindy, the girls. We have amazing community, and I love spending time with them.
That's something I'm trying to work more on myself, is more community and less just me.
I like it, but the thing is, I'm very, I choose people, I feel the energies, so it's very hard for me to find perfect community for me, like
the right people, right?
The right people.
Would you say it kind of goes back to what you're talking about, food, knowing the good and the bad things?
Yeah.
When you understand that someone's not adding value to your life and they're not a good, it's very hard to hang out with those people when you know they're not providing any value to your life. Would you relate to that?
Of course.
The more aware you are of everything.
Is something that we can't.
Is this person adding or taking from you?
Right. Right. So of course it's all should be how can I say that,
like balanced.
Yeah, right, balanced. For sure, right now I know that I need my time, and when I need my time, I can't do anything. My body tells me that's the day we need to be by ourselves, and we do our routine. Then other day I feel like I want to go out and I want to meet my friends and have good time. But also, like, it took me a couple of years to understand that it's gonna take time to find this community, because when I just started, and also it depends on your energy, I think, because my energy was like I was looking the perfect way for myself, for either routine or either like nutrition. I was not sure. I was not sure about certain things. The same happened with people around me. The people were not sure. You know what I mean? It's like I couldn't find the perfect community people. The same with the boyfriends back then, you know what I mean? It's just when you are not at the spot, when you're not sure, the same happens around you.
Okay.
You're not attracting right people, and it's okay. And I knew back then that I need to work on myself, and that's when everything's gonna align for me, and I'm gonna find the right people.
I love it you said. We literally just did a podcast before you came talking about that.
Yeah.
You personally need to become that person before you start attracting the friends, the partner, the relationships to match where you're trying to go.
Yeah. And right now I know when I'm at the spot where I want to be. Of course I want to work more on certain things, but the people who are coming that I meet, I know that these are the right people because I feel it with my heart. Like I felt that I want to go to this podcast today, and even though I don't know you, but it felt right.
But you sense it, right? Yeah.
Yes,
I totally get what you're getting at. Yeah.
So did I answer your question?
No, that was perfect.
That's the thing. That it's just, you feel it. You start feeling what is right, what is not right. Sometimes, most of the times, I feel when it's not right. I meet the person, and I know that it's just not right. It doesn't feel right. I'm not gonna work with this person. I'm not gonna.
It's funny you say that. I'm going to have a business coach, and he's saying I'm going to teach you what to say yes to, but more importantly, what to say no to.
Yes.
And you touched on that, because by saying no to certain things allows you to say yes to other things.
Yes.
And like you mentioned, there's only so much time. So the ability to understand what is good and bad and what to say, and also have the strength to say no sometimes too, right? Because it's easy just to yes.
Of course.
Cool. Thank you very
you.
much. That was a pleasure. That was, I'm sure you guys got tons of value out of that.
Thank you.
So yeah,
for having me.
yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.